Hello, everyone. So it's been a very long time, I believe. And hi. It took me a very long time to do this. I did not have the time to do it, nor did I have the energy to do so. But I did compose new songs along the way, and I've put them out. At this point, underneath, and the new song, which is called If You're Gonna Leave, should be up by now. But today, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about, those two songs and the process that I had in making them. So let's begin with the first one, shall we? So this is like our own little reunion. So sit back, relax, and do your own thing as you're listening to me rant about these songs. Okay, so with Underneath, I wrote this in the pandemic, and at that time, I literally had nothing better else to do. So the similarity between Underneath and If You're Gonna Leave is that they're both love songs. Hey, surprise, surprise. Underneath is very, how can I say this? Repressive? Is that a word? It is a song that emphasizes to the listener and to herself to repress her feelings. So, at the time before I composed that song, there was this guy. He was really cute, but you know, there's nothing much going on there. He lived in my mind rent free 24/7, but we never interacted much. So, yes, I know that he's trouble. I know that there is probably someone else better there, but the me in pandemic probably thought that it was a good idea to just let myself fall in and over. So after Underneath, I admitted to myself, okay, I may or may not like this guy, but whatever. Ended up being heartbroken again for like the nth time by now. So that's basically the backstory of Underneath. But Underneath actually came out as the best song that I've ever done. Probably the other song that would come close to the masterpiece that is Underneath would be the latest one that I released, which is If You're Gonna Leave. Now, with If You're Gonna Leave, it has a rich backstory, literally. I wrote this song for my first love. So I met my first love. I say first love, but he's more like one of my best friends. For my male friends there, my best friends, please do not even try to figure out who the heck I'm talking about. If you know it, keep it to yourself, man. Literally. Just shut up. But in this case, this was this. I'm not gonna give out a specific date, but this came right after the first guy that I'm referring to in Underneath, and it was a generally good time for me. So I wrote the song with the intention of, how can I say this? No, like bringing the 5 stages of grief to words. Was it? I do not remember in order, but I think it was grief, denial, rejection, acceptance. I forgot the other one, whatever. But I tried as much as I can to stick closely to that process. So at the time, I knew that this person somehow, some way had to go away from me. And he did. And I tried so hard to cope. I swear to God. I tried so hard to cope in those times, which is why I wrote this song. But initially, it was not a song. So I wrote this one as a poem first. I remembered I was just hanging out in online class one day and I'm like, it might be nice to write a poem about the 5 stages of grief, considering that that's what I'm feeling right now. And yeah, it's a wonderful time writing that poem. Then a few months later, one day I decided, hey, you know what would be really crazy if I turn this into a song? I had an inspiration to do that because at the time, I think, no, I just remembered. So a few months before I made If You're Gonna Leave as a song. So If You're Gonna Leave is such a long title. So yeah, the new song. Let's just say the new song. So before the new song was made into a song, This Love, Taylor's version, was released. And I think it was the only song from 1989 that was self-written by Taylor and is a poem before it was a song. So I was like, let's take some inspiration from Miss Swift and do just that. I did. And it turned out to be pretty nice. I loved this song. So the first demo version of the new song, I would not let you hear it because I've deleted it already. But I do remember that there were voice cracks back then when I recorded it. But that actually helped me build the melody of the song. So at first, when I was recording that, I was just like randomly singing notes, giving notes to the song. But then again, looking back at it, that might just be one of the greatest things that I've ever decided to do because the sound of the new song is absolutely haunting, as mentioned by one of my professors. So I used the new song for an activity that I just have done recently. So my professor heard me singing this song and he was like, it's haunting, it's melodious, it's very eerie. And I'm like, I could not even begin to describe that this is actually a sad song. Underneath, in the other hand, or rather, on the other hand, I'm sorry. On the other hand, underneath is not hopeful. So it's more of a song that wants you, or that reminds you, the listener, to repress your emotions if you think that it will lead to unnecessary heartbreaks or heartaches. And both of these songs, they're not the same. Sonically, they're also different. So Underneath has more falsettos, I'd say, while my voice for the new song is definitely whole. I wouldn't say like, but it's deep. My voice is in a deeper register compared to Underneath, and my high notes flow more freely with the newer one. With the high note and Underneath, it's a bit more shouty. If you can notice, it's a bit more shouty than usual. And these songs that I've done actually are two of my best, I'd say. I'm very proud of them. But, with that being said, hopefully in the future I'd get to do more songs. Who knows what I'll do in the future? I am currently not motivated to do one. I mean, there are a lot of emotions that I'm feeling right now, but I cannot put it into words. You know, so when I'm sad, I can put my emotions into words. But funny thing is, when I'm happy, literally cannot do that for some reason. But hopefully, I might do something like this again, turning a poem into a song. We'll never know. So, with that being said, this has been me again after a few years. Hopefully, you're doing well. Okay? And I guess I'll see you in the next one.